5%, they 1099 you for this deficiency judgment of $20,000. It basically gets added to your income, and you effectively have to pay taxes on that now, and you now owe the IRS more money. So that's a big deal, and that's a big difference between the two, that they cannot go after you, or you can negotiate it during the short sale so that they can't go after you.
You lose that right in a foreclosure.
But you don't have the ability to do that in a foreclosure. So that's a big deal. Last thing, come out and come see us at the Home Buyer Fair. We're both on our way over there now. I'm teaching a class on refinancing at 3 o'clock at the Home Buyer and Lifestyle Fair at the George R. Brown. Juan has a booth there as well with his team. Leak Properties will be there assisting people. If you have any questions about short sales, come out and come see them. They will answer any questions that you have. Like I said, we'll be there all afternoon. We're headed there as soon as we leave here. Give us a call, 713-681-3703. That's the George R. Brown for the Houston Home Buying and Lifestyle Fair put on by the Houston Black Real Estate Association. It's going to be a great event. Everybody's going to be there. Last but not least, the refinance revolution. We got to keep that out there in front of your mind. If you're 5.5 or better, and there's a lot of people out there that are in that position, give us a call. Let us save you some money. We're helping people save money every single week. Don't miss out on your opportunity to put some money back into your pocket. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your family to save some money and do something more productive with that money than basically pay it to the bank. I mean, you can do something with your retirement. You can do something, take your wife on a vacation, plan for your children or grandchildren's college education. There's just so much that you can do with those funds. And it's very, very important that you take this opportunity. We know that it's not going to last. Stop sitting on the fence. It's time to get off the fence and go ahead and move forward and save some money today. Give us a call, 713-681-3703. Once again, that's 713-681-3703. My team of experts is taking your calls live off the air right now. If you guys want to contact me throughout the week, the show number is my actual office number, so you can reach me at that number at any time, 713-681-3703. My direct extension is 104. Once again, we really appreciate everybody tuning in. Tune in next week, and we have another great show for you, so you don't want to miss it. So we'll see you next week.
Do you need to sell your home fast? The mortgage man, Harold Steele, your trusted advisor, has partnered up with the top realtors in Houston to provide a special offer to the listeners of The Good Life. Master listing agents will guarantee to sell your house in 90 days or it's free. You heard it right. They guarantee to sell your house in 90 days or it's absolutely free. So if you need to sell your home fast, call right now, 713-681-3703, option 1. Get your home sold fast. Once again, 713-681-3703, option 1.
Have you been on the fence about whether the time is right to refinance your home? Let the mortgage man, Harold Steele, your trusted advisor, and his team of experts help you save money before it's too late. With interest rates starting to rise recently, the door of opportunity to maximize your savings on your mortgage may soon close behind you. Now's the time to refinance while 30-year rates are in the 4s and 15-year rates are in the 3s. Give them a call right now at 713-681-3703, option 1, and save money today. That's 713-681-3703, option 1.
The preceding was a paid program.
Just about everything your business does depends on the internet. Payroll, file sharing, mobile devices, security backups, video conferencing, phone.
But if your internet connection is dependent on slow DSL from the phone company, your business could be slow.
That's why Comcast Business has high-speed internet that's built for business. It's built to run up to 5 times faster than DSL. It's built to grow as your business grows. It's built to give you local, dedicated support, 24/7, 365.
Why use slow technology to run a fast-paced business?
Business-grade internet from Comcast Business. Built for business. Buy internet, get voice and TV for just $34.90 more per month. Visit ComcastBusiness.com or call 800-501-6000.
Offer ends 5/31/14. Restrictions apply. Speed comparison between Comcast 100 megabits per second service and 20 megabits per second DSL downloads only. Limited one voice line and private view TV for new business customers. 2-year contract required. Requires subscription to Comcast Business Internet and additional monthly charge. Equipment taxes, fees, including broadcast TV fee extra, subject to change.
You don't drive her car much, but she's in it all the time. Going to work, picking up the kids, shopping. She's always doing things for you. Now it's your turn to take care of her. Set a traffic button on her car radio to 92.1 FM. Help her get around the tie-ups with traffic updated every 10 minutes on the 8s and when it breaks. Only on News 92 FM. News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
Watch out for the new accident on the northwest side, Highway 249, Tomball Parkway, heading outbound at Jones. 2 right lanes are blocked here. Use caution in the area. You got stop-and-go traffic in the area. Right now, it's just a brief delay, but that could build. I-45 North Freeway inbound between the Hardy Toll Road and Spring-Stubner. 2 right lanes are blocked here, causing a 35-minute delay. 610 South Loop eastbound between Stella Link Road and Kirby. 3 left lanes are taken away, and the 288 outbound westbound exit is closed as well. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, we're finally getting into the near 80-degree mark, it looks like, for the rest of the afternoon. The sunshine's been pouring through since late morning, and we're starting to feel the impact of it today. The winds are starting to kick up a little bit. Breezy conditions outside. The numbers will stay in the low 80s today. And again on Sunday, it looks like additional cloud cover, perhaps even cloudier than today with the threat of some rainfall. No rain on your Saturday, but rain chances begin in earnest on Sunday, and particularly by Sunday night and into Monday, we'll be looking at a squall line, a heavy line of thunder showers associated with a cold front that'll be pushing towards Houston come Monday morning. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Wouldn't it be great if Houston traffic were kept inside the city limits? But it spills over to Sugarland and Katy and Pearland and lots of other places. Sometimes it feels like your town is annexed by Houston traffic. So set a traffic button to 92.1 FM. Get around by knowing where the trouble is. With traffic every 10 minutes on the 8s and when it breaks. Only on News 92 FM.
Oh, Jane, you remember the Italian place?
Where we had that homemade ravioli.
Oh, that was so good. And the salad with the prosciutto.
And that pesto dressing was out of this world. Oh, yeah, so good. Ooh, let's eat there.
Where was that?
I don't remember.
Well, what was it called?
Oh, it was so good, too. What was it called?
Ooh,
look at this. Homemade biscotti.
Let me see the ad.
Ooh, and fresh pasta.
Hey! Let's go there instead.
Out of sight, out of mind. Don't let the world forget about you. Advertise. A message from the Radio Advertising Bureau, Adweek Magazine, this radio station, and the famous Radio Ranch.
KROI Seabrook, Houston. News 92 FM.
I'm Daria Aldinger. An Old West-style standoff in Nevada between the federal government and a rancher is over for now. The Bureau of Land Management says it won't try to round up any more of Clive and Bundy's cattle. It already has several hundred head and is auctioning off the animals because Bundy owes at least $1 million in taxes and fees. But Bundy doesn't see it that way.
Well, it has to be the federal government wanting to prove that they have unlimited power on these western lands.
He was joined by plenty of supporters, and some of them were armed, and the government says they'll be back. Thinking of a cookout? Plan the menu carefully. Beef prices are at a nearly 30-year high, partly because of the drought in cattle-producing states.
We kind of say we're in the business of growing grass, and that grass produces beef. And if you don't have grass, you can't produce beef. So a lot of those cattle were sold off, and they haven't come back yet. And they may not come back for a while. I mean, you know, we're battling Mother Nature.
Carmen Fenton with the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Ranchers Association. Police in Kansas City now say more than a dozen highway shootings in less than a month are connected. There haven't been any new reports in more than a week, but Chief Darrell Forte says his officers will not let up.
It's just a matter of time before someone's seriously injured or killed.
3 drivers have been wounded, but none of those injuries is considered life-threatening. A Royal Caribbean cruise ship is getting a serious scrubbing before passengers board later today in Baltimore. By the time the Grandeur of the Seas docked this morning, more than 100 people had fallen ill with the highly contagious norovirus.
These are not normal cleaning practices that you would see, say, in a household or even a commercial building. These are very specific to a cruise ship.
The CDC's Bernadette Burden says the agency is monitoring the cleaning, and for good reason. It's the second sick trip for the ship. You're listening to ABC News.
Staples has great deals on everything you need to tell the world about your amazing cupcake shop.
Try our amazing cupcakes.
From large in-store signs and banners to custom t-shirts and menus, everything.
Try our amazing cupcakes.
Yeah, sure. Oh, it tastes like feet. Except amazing cupcakes. Thousands of products added to Staples.com every day. Oh, even antacids. Now get 50% off marketing materials. Staples, make more happen.
Offerings 5/3/14. Minimum quantities and exclusions apply. See store associate or staples.com/copy and print for details.
Does your well water leave brown rust stains on clothes and fixtures? Does it smell bad? Get rid of it all with the HydroCare Iron 300X. HydroCare's multi-stage process gets rid of iron, sulfide, and odors. HydroCare is an easily installed compact system without tanks, backwashing, or servicing, and only costs $799. You'll be amazed how fresh and clean well water can be. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, visit goodclearwater.com, goodclearwater.com.
First, we heard of the rats on New York City subways, and now there's word of bed bugs on San Francisco's BART trains. Chris Finn is with the transit union.
If there is a problem with cleanliness, the passenger surveys indicated cleanliness was the biggest problem they were seeing, and that it was the most important problem for them. And BART did a little bit of something towards that. We would like to see them do a lot more to address that.
BART says new trains have been ordered and that the seats will be easier to clean. Ever wonder how much it costs to maintain your retirement account? It's hard to access that information, and consumer advocates say that needs to change.
You often get more information on what's in a can of soda than you do on the fees inside your retirement 401k account.
And that can of soda has to have an obvious way that tells you what's in it. Why shouldn't that be true for your retirement account?
Jennifer Erickson's Center for American Progress did a study and found that those fees could add up to tens of thousands of dollars in lost money in your retirement account. They're urging Congress to make the fees easier to see without scouring a lot of fine print. Andy Field, ABC News.
NASA's ordered spacewalking repairs for a serious computer outage at the International Space Station. A backup computer for some robotic systems failed yesterday. The main computer's fine. The 6-man crew is safe, but the malfunction puts next week's supply run in jeopardy. Mission managers agreed today that a spacewalk is needed to replace the bad computer, but officials want one more day before they decide whether the situation is safe enough to orbit. This is ABC News.
The following is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed are those of the sponsor and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of this station or its management.
The opportunities are red hot in the Houston economy. Ask yourself, am I positioned to prosper from the financial boom happening right now? Whether you work from a 1099 or a W-2, each week, Jonyprofit with the Executive Entrepreneur will help you leverage your talent, experience, and connections. Act now. Business-minded people just like you deserve a piece of prosperity from the world's energy capital. Phone lines are open. Dial 713-622-6397. Follow us on your social media platform of choice at EEHOUR or email your questions and comments to online@eehour.com. Now here's your host, Jonyprofit.
All right, welcome. We got another show for you this weekend. Hope you're having a great week. I hope things have been productive. Hope nothing bad happens to you or happened to you. And hope you're ready for this segment, because here's what's going on. So when I have problems, I have friends, and my friends are the coolest friends in the world. They know all kinds of neat things. And so when you hang around people that are out there doing it big, you get to learn a lot of big stuff. So here's the issues that hit me this week. So I'm trying to find a really cool school for my son and my daughter. And so I thought to myself, as a business owner, as a W-2, 1099, and everything in between, the hardest part is trying to figure out how can you pass this on to your kids, because when they're not in your presence, well, you leave it up to chance. So we started kicking around the idea of where do we send them? So luckily, from doing a lot of work with the wonderful Josephine, she recommended her incredible husband, who used to be my boss, kind of, sort of. He's like my manager or something. Anyway, so I said, hey, can you get your guy on? And she said, well, I have my people call your people. And so the next thing you know, I have Ibrahim Firat from Firat Educational Solutions here for a reason, because he's going to walk us through, as business owners, as executives, as how do you put this together? Because when you're making house notes on your child's education and they're only 4 or 5 years old, you want a return on an investment. And so he's going to walk us through it. I mean, this is a guy, you catch him anywhere. If you go online, if you check it out now, Daniel's over here clicking away, putting all this information out here to help you. Basically, you'll find a link to more about Ibrahim. But the main thing is to help you understand that there are folks out here that can help you walk through this, because just because you're pulling up in a big black truck and you got a number on the front of your vehicle and somebody walks your kid out does not mean you have them in the best fit. And so he's going to walk us through that. Also, this week I'm excited because we have the State of Procurement. Dun, dun, dun. Is coming up. And so if you're one of those folks that you always want to get a government contract,
and you've thought to yourself, it just doesn't work out. How do you contact these people? What do you do first? Or even if you have certification and you're still out there wandering around, the State of Procurement's coming up on April 17th here in Houston, Texas. And I'm fortunate enough to have Tiko, Reynold-Hausman here, who is my she's an incredible BFF. She's one of those people I count on. You know, I don't talk to or mess with too many people out here in the world, but she's one of them. And then I have I call him my Uncle Cleve. Cleve Baker's here. If for those of you listening, I don't have to say anything else, but anyway, he's here as well, and we're going to talk about the State of Procurement address that's coming up, where you're going to get the lowdown. You'll finally get to see all of us in one spot. So stick around for that. Also, Anthony's here with us today. He's giving away something. It's a book. What are you giving away, Anthony? Just tell us.
I'm giving away a book called Reinventing Higher Education.
He's going to give away a book, so I'll tell you how to get that later on in the show. Also, Michele Price has joined us as well, so I'm excited. Daniel's over here, as I said. Bernice Edwards is here, who's also on this team with Cleve and Tiko and I, so it's going to be fun to get some information from her. And Coach Steph brought me a really cold drink before I went on air. Thank you. Thank you, Coach Steph, for that. Anyway, the phone lines are open up here, 713-622-6397. If you want to get in on it, if you got a question about where do I send my kid or how do I get a contract, get on the phone, give us a call. We'll be right back after these messages.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Working the accident, Highway 249, Tomball Parkway, outbound at Jones on the northwest side, taking up 2 right lanes there. Watch for stop-and-go traffic. I-45, North Freeway inbound between the tollway and Spring-Stubner. You got the 2 right lanes blocked here. There'll be alternating lanes throughout the weekend. 610 South Loop eastbound between Stella Link Road and Kirby. 3 left lanes blocked with construction, and they closed the westbound exit to outbound Highway 288 until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Some springtime sunshine in town this afternoon. Enjoy it, everybody, while it lasts, because come Sunday and Monday, it turns overcast and turns downright stormy. There's a threat of severe weather as well. Come Monday morning, we'll be tracking that on KHOU 11 Doppler radar for you throughout the day. Meanwhile, today, enjoy it. The temperatures are set to climb into the low 80s. Tomorrow, in the upper 70s. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Your lawn destroyed by insects above ground and below. Bayer Advanced Complete Insect Killer protects against both in one easy step. Most other leading brands stop at the surface, allowing damage to continue below ground. But Complete's two-way formula kills ants, fleas, and ticks above ground within 24 hours, while it penetrates below ground to control root-destroying pests, like grubs and mole crickets, for up to 3 months. Bayer Advanced Complete Insect Killer. Get more from the blue bottle. BayerAdvanced.com. Always read and follow label directions.
Hey, Mr. Homeowner, you can't get us, na-na-na-na-na-na.
These are weeds, and they think they're safe around these shrubs. They know that Roundup Max Control 365 should not be used around trees and shrubs.
You cannot hurt us, because we're near the shrubs.
But with Bayer Advanced Durazone, you can control weeds in more places than 365.
Is that Durazone?
Durazone is long-lasting and can be used around established trees and shrubs, so weeds know there's no place to hide.
We're doomed.
Bayer Advanced Durazone. Get more from the blue bottle. Always read and follow label directions.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
Okay, so like I said, phone lines are open, 713-622-6397, if you want to get in on this first conversation, which is with my awesome buddy, Mr. Firat. And we work together with the Goldman Sachs program. We've done a lot together over the years, and so he's one of those folks that I brag about, and I'm super proud of his whole family. But anyway, I asked him to come up here because I have a huge decision to make, which most of us have to face when we have young ones. Where do we send the kid? And so I've seen him on Fox 26 and all these other stations, and everywhere I look, and every time I talk to his wife, because we do the Young Entrepreneurs thing over at HCC through A-Leaf Taylor, I'm like, where's your husband? Oh, he's on TV. He's doing. So anyway, I managed to get him here because she can't make, because somebody's got to watch the kid. But What I wanted to know was, first of all, a little bit about you for those that don't know you. So go ahead.
Thank you, John, for inviting me. It's a pleasure, first of all. My name is Ibrahim Firat. I'm the founder of Firat Educational Solutions. And I founded this company after I came from Turkey. I was born and raised there. And I was doing college applications back home in Turkey. And no one was there to help me. I was like, what's going on here? Why are they asking me all these documents? And, they're all in Turkish. What do I do now? So that right there hit me at that moment. And I was like, okay, well, there needs to be somebody who should help with this process, not only for international students, but probably for American students too. So that's how I founded the company back in, 2007.
Wow. So for me, here's my situation.
Yep.
How do you pick a place for your kid?
Yep.
I mean, you could drive by and they got beautiful brick outside. They could have nuns outside. I mean, there's a lot of things they could have, but, process-wise, what's your recommendation?
The first recommendation to do is to do your research.
Okay.
And there is a lot of resources available from the state of Texas.
Now, you can brag. You have the resources.
Yes,
I know
absolutely.
firsthand. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you can do it publicly, but, we do have resources. We do have contacts that I can get specific information on their test scores, standardized test scores. Not only state-mandated standardized tests, but also private ones. That, like the Independent School Entrance Examination, which is IC.
Okay.
That information is usually not released by private high schools. So, but I can get that information, and I can find out where the student ranks, and how many classes are offered, whether there are AP classes, pre-AP classes, honors classes, which are super, super critical when it comes to the college application level, because the colleges will ask you, so how did you even, try? Did you try hard?
Right.
Because we have three kinds of students, John. Those students who make all A's or maybe 1B, those we call them too good for their grade.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then there's the second kind, which are, the B's and maybe a C or so here and there. Those are your content ones. They're content with their situation. And then the third kind are the kind that, deal with strugglers. That they make D's or maybe F's. Either they try too hard, they can't make it, or they don't even try. So either one of those three students, can be helped in different ways, depending on their situation.
Because here's the deal. So my kid tested off the chain. I mean, it was just 99, 99 all the way across. And so now we're looking at, well, I mean, let's be real. As business owners, we have a little more leeway to do what we need to do. So I literally took off from all that running and hustling, bustling to be there the first 3 years. So as your baby can read, Caillou, everything you can name. I mean, it's just, went through the steps. And so then I put this kid into a private school, which is great, just not diverse enough.
Yep.
He does great. Move him over to Vanguard, and now they have to push him up to third grade. So the kid sits in a third grade class as a 6-year-old.
There you go.
And I'm like, where do you send him now? And everybody's like, well, you can do Montessori, I guess. So, I mean, what's your take on that?
Yeah, it's. Skipping classes. First of all, that doesn't happen as often. That's one. But if it does happen, the next thing to do is to get that academic support your kid needs. That's not at his age level, but maybe 2-3 grades up, and that's what we do in our company, which we call staying ahead of the game. I have a 7th grader who I work with specifically on calculus today.
Wow.
7th grade.
Wow. I still haven't taken that one. No, I'm playing. Okay, so just because we're gonna, I want to get more into the testing side of things. So you work with adults as well. You work with college students, things like that. So what's your recommendation if you have a high schooler? So I got a lot of folks that are sad, but at the same time, they're about to be empty nesters. Life just got real good. So what's your recommendation as far as picking a college even, or getting ready, prepared for college?
Well, first of all, the very first step is to run a personality assessment on the student. We do this at 9th grade, we do this at 10th grade, and again 11th grade. Because what it does is it gives us an idea about their interests and about their tendencies. And of course, what do they like? I mean, the kid may be so good at math and science, but he may hate engineering. So what we do is we run through a 5-hour assessment, which we split into 3 different days, and we realize whether their interests match their skills.
Gotcha.
So that's the first step, and then we attach that with the college assessment procedure. That's another test we do, and we do interviews.
Okay.
And of course, college visits. That's a given, starting as early as 9th grade.
because I had the pleasure of working with some of our, like the Kips and Yeses and all that, and they're really aggressive about getting these kids into college. And I will admit, I mean, it's a huge challenge because do you help with like funding, like finding grants, helping them put it all together, that type of stuff?
Absolutely, we do scholarship search. These scholarships are not necessarily federally funded, but department funded, even from that specific college, because they need specific information, whether it's an essay, whether it's a specific research that they need to do. So we work with those professors who need that research for their own research purposes. That's how they give out those scholarships.
Because it's a nightmare, Tiko. I don't know. I mean, just anybody that wants to chime in, it is literally a nightmare. And so I'm sitting here, and again, we're looking at all these different schools, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I luck out, get a good teacher this year, but then the entire school isn't wrapped up like that.
Absolutely.
Which is where we are now. We had an awesome teacher this year, but I'm looking at the next classroom over, like, gotta go.
Yep.
So we're gonna go out and check traffic and weather, and I want to talk about it more. But before you walk off or turn away, please remember that Anthony has a book back here he wants to give away, and Renice is here. She actually her giveaways worked out for her last week. But when we come back, we're gonna dip our toe into this water. Once you got the kids away at school, I'm gonna talk to you about how to go out there and get some connections and contracts.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Good news, we cleared the accident on the northwest side of Highway 249, Tomball Parkway, outbound at Jones. Just want to use some caution in the area for brief delays. 610 South Loop eastbound between Stella Link Road and Kirby. Construction takes up 3 left lanes. They close the westbound exit to outbound Highway 288 as well. I-45 North Freeway inbound between the Hardy Toll Road and Spring Stubner. 2 right lanes blocked with construction. Watch for stop-and-go traffic. It's a 35-minute delay. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, we're finally getting into the near 80-degree mark, it looks like, for the rest of the afternoon. The sunshine's been pouring through since late morning, and we're starting to feel the impact of it today. The winds are starting to kick up a little bit, breezy conditions outside. The numbers will stay in the low 80s today. And again on Sunday, it looks like additional cloud cover, perhaps even cloudier than today with the threat of some rainfall. No rain on your Saturday, but rain chances begin in earnest on Sunday, and particularly by Sunday night and into Monday, we'll be looking at a squall line, a heavy line of thunder showers associated with a cold front that'll be pushing towards Houston come Monday morning. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
This is a Dental Health Minute sponsored by Bruggen Dental Implant Center. Tooth loss is often caused by an accident or health issues. The resulting emotional pain can be devastating.
It's extraordinarily traumatic to not be able to smile without being embarrassed.
Dr. Wayne Bruggen is an expert in the placement of dental implants. He says new permanent tooth replacement solutions can be a life changer if you have missing teeth or uncomfortable dentures.
What we're able to do now is give people literally a second chance at having something that's extraordinarily similar, some patients say better, than their natural teeth ever were.
Bruggen says the treatment is relatively easy for the patient.
It's possible to remove the teeth. We already have a set of teeth made for that patient and put them in all in the same day. Go home that evening, eat a light meal, wake up the next day and go to work if you want to.
If you've struggled with tooth loss and dentures, Dr. Bruggen can help. For your complimentary consultation or a complete exam, visit Bruggen Dental Implant Center online at nodentures.com. That's nodentures.com or call 1-877-NO-DENTURES.
How do NBA players prepare to find a job after basketball? Former NBA star Harvey Catchings and other members of the MPRBA Houston chapter join us this Sunday on Jobs Pipeline with all the details. Sunday evening, 6:05 on News 92 FM.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
Okay, so if you didn't know, the show is live. So enjoy. 713-622-6397. Full studio as always. As I always mentioned, fire marshals, no problem here, buddy. We're well below occupancy. So anyway, the next person that's going to speak to you, that's going to come across the airways, you got to pay attention to. If ever you wanted somebody on your team, this would be the person, okay? I'm not kidding. Anyway, so Cleve Baker's here. He's going to actually kick off, give us a little background as to GPC and what it means. And I mean, I'm telling you, if you've been, great. If you haven't, you need to listen up. So welcome to the show, Mr. Baker. It's so awesome. I've been trying to get you up here forever.
Thank you, John, and to all of the fans that's listening today. It's a privilege to be out here today to support the Government Procurement Connection. When I retired from the Air Force 23 years, I came to Houston and started working with the Small Business Administration. During that time, the city of Houston had an event that they would have once a year, and they were out in the conference rooms having these little events. And by me working with the federal government, and we had all the federal agencies housed in one location at Palm Center, 5400 Griggs Road, I talked to the city of Houston and say, hey, why not let's put all this together. Let's put the government and our resources together so we can make this thing happen. So they say, yeah, well, let's do it, Cleve. That sounds great. So what we did, we changed the name to Government Procurement Connection. That's how it come about, Government Procurement Connection. And this started back in 1994. So this will be 20 years we've been doing it. Now, it's not all government. We have the city of Houston, we have the state of Texas, we have the Houston Community College, we have Metro, we have the Port of Houston, we have the Houston Supply Development Council, we have the Federal Executive Board, which is in charge of all of the federal agencies, and we have just a variety of resource partners that we partner with. And what we do is try to make the playing field equal for everybody, anyone that's looking to do business with the federal government. Now, one of the things that small businesses need to do is before they go to a conference like this, is they need to make sure that they have done some research. Make sure they know who is going to be there. And we have that published on the website. Now, this event is free. It's going to be at HCC Southeast, 6815 Russ, the Learning Hub. It's free, and you can go to the website at www.gpchouston.org. It's going to be on the 17th of April, and it started at 9 o'clock. Now, by me being retired, I'll be one that's getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to get up, but I'll be getting up at 5 o'clock to make sure I'm handling the logistics. I've been working with this event since it started, and I haven't missed one. And I'm handling the logistics. So if I can get up at 5 o'clock and go out there to make it possible for you, I think the least you could do is show up and see what we have to offer. We have it set up for, we're going to have 25 exhibitors in the foyer. We're going to have 4 of the sponsors inside, and we're going to have it set up for 250 people in the inside. Now, I would just say that we're going to have a lot of people that are going to be speaking. I'm not going to go through and name all of them, but I think if you would attend, you would be happy, you'd be pleased, and if you're not, see me afterward and I'll talk to you and make sure that you understand the meanings of this and why it's important to be certified and why it's important to try to get federal work, because there's a lot of dollars out there.
Wow. Tiko?
One of the things I want to emphasize is that we're doing things slightly different than the previous years. We are doing the state of procurement, which is all about procurement. So your certifications and all that is important, but we need you to understand what procurement and what opportunities are there. So we have Harris County Purchasing Department coming out, Metro, the City of Houston, the Houston Airport System, the Houston Housing Authority, Houston First Corporation, which, if many of you don't know, they're in charge of the expansion and the Marriott Courtyard. Marriott Marquis that's going to be built downtown as part of that expansion. From our federal side, we've got NASA, Small Business Administration, the Department of Motor Vehicles. We've got the hub coordinators coming out. So there's going to be a lot of people coming out to talk about opportunities and how business owners can begin to engage their agencies to get some of those contracting opportunities.
So this is your opportunity now to start LinkedIn stalking these people. He said be prepared, and that's the one thing I see over and over again. It's like you hear about the event last minute, you show up a little late, you eat all the food, and then you sit there with a few cards, maybe no cards, and then you start asking these vendors, "What do you do?" And you just don't come prepared. So again, you can go to the website. Daniel's putting it up there. I've sent out a few tweets on it as well to go check it out. All right, go find out who's going to be there. Because again, if you see Cleve, he's going to connect you to the right person. If he believes you're not smarmy, I can tell you that. And Tiko, she knows everybody as well. If she can look you in the eyes and you can keep a straight face, she's probably going to point you in the right direction. And Raynice, you hear her almost every other week up here. She's bringing the heat as well. So the thing with the Executive Entrepreneur Hour is this is our forum. And so to my meetup friends and our meetup group Houston or Executive Entrepreneur Houston, hey, welcome, okay? But in order to take advantage of one of the most incredible times, incredible cities in the US, almost in the world really, you got to be in the game to play. And so that's why they took the time out of their day, just like he says they're going to get up at 5 a.m. to make sure the donuts and coffee is there and the speakers work and the microphones work for you to have an opportunity to shake hands with the people that have signature authority, that have the decision making, the buying power. So you have no excuses. You have absolutely nothing else to do on the 17th. If your kid is sick, bring them with and just hold them close and don't you.
I'll babysit.
He'll babysit.
There you go. Free childcare.
So I'm just again, you just don't know how important it is to connect with people. So number here is 713-622-6397. Give us a call. We'll be back after these messages.
Playing you a commercial for Comcast Business. DSL connection I got isn't downloading it. Loading. Nothing but that little spinning beach ball. This is embarrassing. Let me just tell you about it. Comcast Business has high-speed internet that's built for business. It's built to run up to 5 times faster. It's built to grow as your business grows. It's built to give you local, dedicated support, 24/7, 365. And Comcast Business is built for reliability, which would come in handy right now. False alarm. You can't run a business today with technology from yesterday. Business-grade internet from Comcast Business. Built for business. Buy internet, get voice and TV for just $34.90 more per month. Visit ComcastBusiness.com or call 800
megabits per second service and 20 megabits per second DSL downloads only. Limited one voice line and private view TV for new business customers. 2-year contract required. Requires subscription to Comcast Business Internet and an additional monthly charge. Equipment, taxes, fees, including broadcast TV fee extra, subject to change.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
Cleared the earlier accident, northwest side, Highway 249, Tomball Parkway, heading outbound at Jones. Do watch caution in the area for brief delays. 610 South Loop, eastbound between Stella Link Road and Kirby. 3 left lanes taken away with construction. They've also closed the westbound exit to outbound Highway 288. I-45 North Freeway, inbound between the Hardy Toll Road and Spring Stubner. Construction takes up to 2 right lanes. There'll be alternating lanes all weekend. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, we're finally getting into the near 80-degree mark, it looks like, for the rest of the afternoon. The sunshine's been pouring through since late morning, and we're starting to feel the impact of it today. The winds are starting to kick up a little bit, breezy conditions outside. The numbers will stay in the low 80s today. And again on Sunday, it looks like additional cloud cover, perhaps even cloudier than today with the threat of some rainfall. No rain on your Saturday. And particularly by Sunday night and into Monday, we'll be looking at a squall line, a heavy line of thunder showers associated with a cold front that'll be pushing towards Houston come Monday morning. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Hello, everybody. Alan Thicke here. You know, it takes money to run a country. Your money. And that's why if you owe back taxes, the IRS might garnish your wages. They could levy your bank account, come after your home or business. But truth is, they'd rather settle for less than bother you more. So they have this brilliant program to help if you're behind on your taxes. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative. They're offering this to help you solve your tax problem once and for all. You could qualify for a settlement that's substantially less than before these changes. Nobody knows these tax relief programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Their attorneys and agents will work to get you the best possible tax settlement, and they're fully accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Optima for your free consultation.
Call 800-343-3585. 800-343-3585. 800-343-3585. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Now that it's starting to heat up outside, I'd love to go on a vacation. I just don't have any money.
I know a way you can earn up to $900.
How's that?
Just go Novum.
Go Novum? What's that?
Novum Pharmaceutical Research Services. Just sign up on www.gonovum.com to participate in one of their clinical research studies, and you'll be on your way to extra cash fast.
Sounds great. I'm going to sign up right now.
Novum Pharmaceutical Research Services is one of the leading research clinics in all the United States. If you want to participate in a study while also earning some extra cash, just call us now at 1-800-586-0365 or visit us online at gonovum.com. That's GONOVUM.com.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. So we have Jeff on the line. Jeff's all over the world, and he brings us these inside scoops. Hi, Jeff. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? Today I'm in Houston, Texas.
See, there you have it. We
It is a beautiful day. Some of the commercials were talking about how it's getting a little bit warmer here. I was walking around the Rice University campus this afternoon for the finals of the Rice Business Plan competition put on by the Rice Alliance, which is the largest business plan competition in the world. And there are some really wonderful investors and entrepreneurs there. If you're an entrepreneur listening to the show and you don't know about the Rice Alliance, you should definitely check it out. But that's not why I'm calling in today. I want to talk a little bit about two things. One is the Bayou Microfund, which I've mentioned on this show before. Bayou Microfund is a microfund that provides no-interest loans to Houston-based businesses, has achieved a nonprofit status, so they're going to be making more investments and loans in the future, and including the second company that they're funding is called Sweet Luxuries Boutique Bakery, where she is crowdfunding half and taking a loan for half. So she's looking to raise $5,000 on Kiva to help her purchase rental space in a commercial kitchen. And I got to tell you, Sweet Luxuries Boutique Bakery makes some really awesome sweets. So she's going to be extraordinarily successful. So if you wanted to check that out, you can either Google Sweet Luxuries Boutique, or you can go on to Kiva and check out Houston, and they'll come right up.
That is awesome. I don't think people really understand the power of crowdfunding, but what else you got?
That's it. That's what I want to communicate this week.
Awesome. As always, it's great to have you call in, give us the update out in the street. I would let you talk to Daniel, but I stole his microphone.
We silenced him.
Michelle, we jumped him and took the microphone. He just has headphones today. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
And if they need to get a hold of you, how do they do so?
For me, you can reach me on Twitter at @FileUnderJeff.
Great. And Daniel's going to go and make that known to the public. Thanks, buddy.
Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so Michele Price, sitting across we don't have a fake pond or anything today.
I won't go there.
Okay. So anyway, what do you have today for us, Michelle?
Well, Houston's now home to an international medical conference, Medical World Americas, that's happening April 28th through 30th at the George R. Brown Convention Center. And Breakthrough Radio is really thrilled to have been hired to create content and craft a panel for disaster preparedness. They have a whole track on that. And we have a really deep, experience-rich panel to discuss effective preparation for the next disaster, no matter where you live. And there are so many things to keep track of with news coming at us really fast and furious. And so it's the role we've taken at Breakthrough Radio, and we thank you for letting us to come share that here with all your peeps.
We're family.
Yeah, because let me tell you, even when you're in business, and some of those businesses are deeply connected with first and second responders, that is a part of who they serve.
Right.
And so whether you're big or small, disasters, they affect all of us,
Especially
not just
down
citizens.
here. Yeah.
Yes. So, did you know that Harris County in Houston is going to be the first in the nation where they're going to be rolling out FirstNet as a national broadband network to help first and second responder communities to be more effective and to have the technology tools at their fingertips that we take for granted?
Right.
They can't do some of the things we can do because it's a challenge. You know, not to bring up a scary thing, but remember when we had the shooting at Virginia Tech?
Mm-hmm.
There's all these people there trying because they're trying to text 911 for help because hello, you can't like make that noise, boom. I mean, you're seen, you're heard.
Right.
Doesn't make sense. And so while we've come a long way with the things that we do in that community, we still have so much further to go. This week, I was really excited to have Todd Early from the Texas DPS, who handles all the interloper and interoperable between federal, state, Harris County, helping this whole broadband network that's going to be rolling out across the country. And Kelly Merriweather was also on from NG 911, which is Next Generation 911, and that's their big focus is they're trying to bring this technology down to stop and think about it. That's some of those are our family, our neighbors, our colleagues who are firefighters or policemen or the doctors or the EMTs. And so one of the things that I thought was real important, besides bringing together this really awesome panel where we could talk to everyone who's coming to Medical World Americas from all around the world, here's what Houston's doing. Here's what we've done. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're going to be doing so they can take it back and be more effective where they are in their own communities. I tend to be that advocate kind of role. I love to do that. Daniel knows that about me. And so what I did is I went in and I negotiated a special deal for the first and second responder communities.
All right. What do we got?
Well, not only can you go for free to the panel if you get the expo registration,
but you can hold on until she comes back. Don't leave because she's about to give away something free, all right? So let's go out and check on traffic and weather. We'll be right back on the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit and the crew.
News 92 FM, Weekend Traffic.
Accident gun, Highway 249, Tomball Parkway, outbound in Jones. Use caution in the area, but all lanes have been reopened. Construction, 610 South Loop eastbound between Stella Link Road and Kirby. 3 left lanes taken away here, and they also closed the westbound exit to outbound Highway 288. I-45 North Freeway inbound between the Hardy Toll Road and Spring Stubner. 2 right lanes are blocked right now with construction, but they will be alternating lane closures all weekend and causing a 35-minute delay. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Some springtime sunshine in town this afternoon. Enjoy it, everybody, while it lasts, because come Sunday and Monday, it turns overcast and turns downright stormy. There's a threat of severe weather as well. Come Monday morning, we'll be tracking that on KHOU 11 Doppler radar for you throughout the day. Meanwhile, today, enjoy it. The temperatures are set to climb into the low 80s. Tomorrow, in the upper 70s. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
If you're retired or retiring soon and not happy with your investment strategy or the advice you've been given, I want to invite you to get a free second opinion. This is Ken Moraif, host of the Money Matters radio show. To register for a free financial portfolio review, go to moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net.
Ken Moraif was named by Barron's for a second year as one of the top 100 independent financial advisors in the nation. Clients that followed his advice did not lose money in the stock market crash of 2008.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
Welcome back. As I was saying, it's time to give something away, and Michelle was about to tell us what that is.
Well, we're going to be having a drawing for a free full conference pass on the 25th. So everybody go ahead and register for the free expo pass. Daniel's going to throw that link up now, but you've got to have this code.
Oh, here's the code.
DH. Whoops. Did I give it wrong? It's HDPP. So they're going to ask you for a code at the top where you register, and you have to put HDPP, or we're not going to know to swing your registration off to the side and make that part of the drawing and the giveaway. And I can tell you the first 50 people who also register, even if you're registering to just go for free, those are the people who are going to get to sit up front. So we're going to put you right up front as we're talking to Mayor Pro Tem Ed Gonzalez, Chief Stromsky from our Homeland Security, as well as Major Michael Wong from the Harris County Sheriff's Department, Chief Rick Flanagan from our Office of Emergency Management, as well as Captain John Zera from the Houston Police Department are going to be on our disaster preparedness panel.
Awesome. So we swing the mic over to Renice, who's here in studio with us today. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get you on the camera. I'm going to try to get you on the camera.
I'm sure they know what I look like by now, right, John?
There she is. If you're watching at EEHOUR.com, what do you got?
You heard Tiko and Cleve talk about the event that's coming up on the 17th, the GPC. You want to go to that because you want to find out who these people are. But after you go there, you're going to hear how to do business with them. You want to be where they are. We talk about this all the time, John. Be in the room where the people are in the room that you need to do business with. So following that, you want to make sure that on April 22nd, you are at the Greater Houston Procurement Breakfast Forum, which is held at HCC Southwest. That address is 5601 West Loop. Texas A&M University, Tellefson Builders, Pepper Lawson Construction, Houston First Corporation, and they're going to do some matchmaking sessions. So you will have had an opportunity to learn how to do business with probably Texas A&M University. Well, guess what? They're going to have people in the room that you can talk to and learn about what those opportunities are. On April 24th, Beaumont, Texas. Come on to Beaumont to the Fair Housing Conference, because as a part of that, the Tri-County Black Chamber of Commerce is going to take a session and do access to capital for your business. So they'll be talking about housing on one side. We'll break away for small business owners to talk about how to get access to capital with BBVA Compass. That's at the Beaumont Civic Center from 9 a.m. to 3:30. What else is coming up? U of H hub system. You're going to learn about all of these hubs and what that means and all these acronyms from GPC. You're going to talk to them. But on April 29th, University of Houston has a hub system hub forum. They are going to have spot bid fairs. What does that mean, John? That means they're going to be looking for people to do business with on the spot. They're going to let you know within a week if you won the bid.
Wow.
Come on. So you're going to find out who they are. You're going to make your first initial contact with them at GPC on the 17th. And then on the 29th, you're actually going to be able to take what you learned, go do some research, find out what they bid for, and be in the room with them to get an opportunity. I'm going to be in the room. I'll be in the room. I promise I'll be in the room. And then May 16th, there's the Global 7 Awards, which is if you're looking to do business internationally. Of course, we already know that we are because we're international, right, John?
We are, absolutely.
And so there is an award program there that's being done by Houston International Trade Development Council. If you're looking to do business with some international companies, you'll want to make sure you're somewhere in the vicinity of that award program. I am excited. We're going to learn how to do business with government, and then we're going to be able to take it and put it into play. You don't want to miss these events. If you miss anything this week, you need to make sure you come and find Tiko, Cleve, or myself at GPC on the 17th. You don't want to miss it.
And let them know it's seasonal. I think everybody can talk. We don't do this year round. I mean, it may seem like it to us, but when you get this many folks in a room, you need to be there because it's not like where you can just, it's not something you can do weekly. So when you get the opportunity, when folks like this put it together, you do need to be in the place. I also want to make mention, I'm always talking about Fit and 40. Big thanks to Priya James and the folks over at the Bikram in Meyerland Plaza. I almost died on the mat. But the point is I stuck it out and I made it. And it felt like a truck hit me the next day. And if I wasn't so bored with yoga, I'd go back and do it over and over again because, all that stuff that I do, nothing hits harder than that. So thanks. I had a wonderful time. Hope to see you folks soon. Also want to just double back around on the Rice Business Plan competition. if you're not familiar with it, you need to get familiar with it. Remember, Google's your best friend when it comes to search because, again, I don't know too many events where you have that much money in the room at any given time. I'm not joking. If you go on there and you look at the Rice Business Alliance and you look at all the folks that are involved and these folks flying in from all over the world to give their pitch, I know a lot of you will show up to things that a lot of local banks will put together so you can, try to get 5,000, 10,000, 3,000 business plan competition. These folks are vying for millions of dollars. And if you actually watch them and you just sit there and study what they do, it really would help in your presentation because these are professionals at what they do. So once again, the Rice Business Plan competition is going on. You need to go check that out. And then the last thing, I was really excited because Kenneth is out there somewhere. So I'm reading we're in agreement to explore the Dream Chaser use of Houston Spaceport. I don't think you realize how huge this is, as you know, with the tension going on between us and Russia. Space travel is going to be a real big issue and a sticking point. So the fact that one day we may have the ability to land a spacecraft here in Houston, along with having a port and along with having the fuel and the energy, if you can't make money here, then it's just, I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, with that said, we're still talking about my kid getting into a good school. Are you going to help him? Can you help him out? Can you?
Absolutely.
Because whatever it costs, we're going to pay anyway. Pay now, pay later.
Well, it's an investment, John.
It is an investment, and it's the biggest investment I could possibly make. I only have to look at my tax, whatever that form is we get every year, and think, wow, we spent that much on kitty care for kiddie school?
Well, especially the education, it should be.
Yeah.
It should be because you're an executive entrepreneur, so
Yeah.
you know better than anybody else
You
what
get
a
what you
balance
pay
sheet
for.
is,
Yeah,
right?
you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Wow.
Exactly. And not only that, but think about it. Investment in the sense that we look at the future. We don't look at today.
Right,
The
exactly.
reason why you want your kid to go to somewhere else is because he's 6 years old now, but where's he going to end up when he's 18?
Yep.
Well, if you don't plan it out today, you won't know that.
Yeah, and I'll be sitting there thinking, boy, I got to go down to jail to pick him up again. That boy. No, so anyway, we're going to run out to break when we come back. Anthony has a book he wants to give away. I'm going to swing the mic to him when we come back, and you're going to find out how to win this incredible, what is one of those Kaufman books, one of the entrepreneurs reinventing higher education. We'll be right back after these messages.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
We're accident free once again, but not construction free. 610 South Loop eastbound between Stella Link Road and Kirby. You'll find the 3 left lanes taken away here. They also closed the westbound exit to outbound Highway 288. 59 Southwest Freeway outbound from Westland to 610 West Loop. 2 left lanes blocked here with construction till 5 a.m. Monday morning. And I-45 North Freeway inbound between the Hardy Toll Road and Spring Stubner. Right now, the 2 right lanes are blocked with construction, but they will be alternating lanes. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Some springtime sunshine in town this afternoon. Enjoy it, everybody, while it lasts, because come Sunday and Monday, it turns overcast and turns downright stormy. There's a threat of severe weather as well. Come Monday morning, we'll be tracking that on KHOU 11 Doppler radar for you throughout the day. Meanwhile, today, enjoy it. The temperatures are set to climb into the low 80s. Tomorrow, in the upper 70s. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Football legend Howie Long has been furious ever since bugs invaded his yard. What's your solution, Howie?
Brute force.
What about the Andro PowerFlex Outdoor Insect Killer Concentrate?
I need total annihilation.
It kills over 200 lawn pests on contact and keeps killing for up to 3 months.
Sounds like revenge.
Andro, no mercy, no pests. Available at Walmart and the Home Depot.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
As quick as you can say, we're out of here. We're going to have Anthony give the details about how to win.
Okay, Anthony Covington, 1 Million Cups, Houston. Giving away a book called Reinventing Higher Education, fresh from the Kaufman library themselves. Here's how you get it. Go to 1millioncups.com/Houston and register to come to our meeting this Wednesday. And the first one to register and show up gets the book. That simple.
Yeah, and the cool part about it is the meeting's held at the Microsoft store in the Galleria.
Every
right?
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yes.
free parking. Woo! Starbucks right there if you need it. So, okay, thank you, sir. Daniel, you got all that information? So go to EE Hour, follow us, do something, and you'll get the information he just provided. So let's go around the horn real quick, and we'll start it with Cleve. Got any parting words?
Yes, I would just like to say that I would like to encourage each person to come out to the HCC Southeast 6815 Russ, the Learning Hub Center for the Government Procurement Connection. And as I said, we've been doing it for 20 years, and I haven't missed one.
Wow.
And the thing about it, that you're passing up an opportunity that you would regret later on that you should have been there.
Yep.
I'll be there, and if you miss me on the 17th, on the 22nd, I'll be at the Greater Houston Business Procurement Forum. So you'll see me either place. So there's money out there to be made, and I want to help you make it. I made it in life, and you can do the same. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Tiko?
Absolutely. And just to piggyback on that for all your entrepreneurs, it's a great way to find out how to do business and find out what the contracting opportunities are. But it made me think about it when Michele was talking about her conference. Government agencies are always looking for new ways to do business. So if you come and you learn that there's a better way to do that, get in touch with those folks, and you can sometimes submit what they call a what's the word, Bernice?
Non-solicited proposal.
To introduce technology. So while we look for contractors, we're also looking for problem solvers and solutions, because we do have problems and we need them solved. And sometimes that's the entrepreneur. A lot of times that's the entrepreneurial spirit that gets that done for us.
Awesome. Michele.
I'd say, remember, don't go to a conference just because it's popular to attend. Go to one that has your ideal customers at it. Go to one that has people that are going to stretch the boundaries and the growth for your business. There's new people there for you to meet and actually do business with. Those are the conferences you want to attend.
Awesome. Reynice?
So go to the conferences and know what your ROI is on that conference. Know before you go who's going to be there. I'm going to give away another 30-minute strategy session to the first person that comes to GPC and says they heard Tiko, Cleve, and Reynice on EE Hour. So find us there, find me, and it's a 30-minute strategy session.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right. I know that as a parent, you always worry about your, child's current grades. Where or how we can improve those grades. Or they're super good. What do I do now? So you know what? It's all about that future. So just draw that future for them. And it's hard to do that, especially if you don't know where the resources are. And that's why we're here to help you guide in any process, whether it's the application or like John said, I don't know which school.
Yeah.
So let's just look to the future. Just draw out that map, that roadmap for your child.
Awesome. Anthony?
Anthony Covington, 1 Million Cups. Every Wednesday, Microsoft Store. Come hear our great startups present about their company, their successes, as well as their challenges. 9 a.m. Wednesdays, 1millioncups.com/Houston.
And as I swing the mic around without hitting anyone in the head, dun, 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 Redshift Writers.
Hello, everybody. Again, Daniel Cowan from Redshift Writers. Two things. One, today, the Willow Waterhole Conservancy, this excellent effort in Houston to put another green space in the city, is having an all-day music festival. So if you're doing a family thing today, then go to that. If you want to go make some money on a Saturday, go over to Rice and check out the business plan competition. Either way, got plenty of stuff to do. And aside from that, if you need some messaging for your business, it's www.redshiftvriters.com.
That guy's so awesome. Okay, and so I was really bored this morning, so I put together a webinar for Monday, so you can go to eehour.com to check that out. I'll be talking about that whole power privilege and whatever it is. I think, Tiko, you're the only one in the room that has not seen it, I think. Cleve's been there now. Michele. Have you seen it, Renice? Oh, yeah. So anyway, what we do, what I do, I aim to help you have a better understanding of how all the different agencies and individuals interact and connect. There's actually a method to all this madness. And once you know how the system works, it's amazing how clear it becomes to you. And you don't end up beating your head against the wall from having, beliefs that just aren't real. One of the things we open up with is a saying from, I think it was Mark Twain, which is something to the effect of, it isn't what you don't know, is what you absolutely know for sure. That's just not so. And so, one of the things that we have at a lot of these conferences is people walk in there thinking their business is just made of gold and they think they're ready to back into anybody's system. And then you say something like SAP and they're like, what's that? And then everything falls apart. So it's important that, if you get a chance, it's 1 hour. I'm just going to go online, show you the slides that other people, travel to see. And give you a breakdown of the entities that really make it happen and the people behind those entities that call the shots. And so you can go to EEHOUR.com. I set it up there. It's going to be GoToWebinar. It's a registration form through Eventbrite. Nothing like technology. I think the next show we're going to do at Microsoft. And I'm going to get Daniel and Anthony involved. And we're going to go to the Microsoft store because we've been working with them. And we're going to do a, how do I set all this stuff up? How is it possible for one guy to run 5 cameras right now with a studio full of people while we're streaming and got 2 folks over here tweeting this all out? And I'll explain it. I mean, there's no reason for me to hide this, So we're going to do that workshop, but you're going to pay for it because we like to eat, okay? Not a lot, just enough so that afterwards we can go eat. So with that said, thank you, Coach Steph. You can listen to her show. What I can't even think of here we go. She's Daniel or Joel's pulling it around.
Sundays at 4.
Sundays
and
at
you can
4.
get more information at loveandliferadio.com.
Yeah, she talks about relationships and being relational and stuff like that. Anyway, you can go to EEHOUR.com. We're all over the internet. I'm so excited because you can literally put in EE-HOUR into a Google search engine, and we take up the first 2 to 3 pages. So with that said, thanks everybody for coming out. Have a wonderful, safe, productive week, and we'll see you on the 17th. We'll see you on the 22nd. We'll just see you. We'll see you. We'll see you. Take care.
The preceding was a paid program.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Fraction of 3 again in the Houston area on the southwest side. Construction 610 South Loop, eastbound between Stella Link Road and Kirby. 3 left lanes taken away. They also Clardy Toll Road and Spring Stubner. 2 right lanes are blocked right now, but there'll be alternating lanes throughout the weekend. 59 Southwest Freeway outbound between Westland and 610 West Loop. Construction blocks 2 left lanes till 5 a.m. Monday. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Some springtime sunshine in town this afternoon. Enjoy it, everybody, while it lasts, because come Sunday and Monday, it turns overcast and turns downright stormy. There's a threat of severe weather as well. Come Monday morning, we'll be tracking that on KHOU 11 Doppler radar for you throughout the day. Meanwhile, today, enjoy it. The temperatures are set to climb into the low 80s. Tomorrow, in the upper 70s. Weather updated around